Nation of Fit and 10, welcome to day 37 of the challenge. Yesterday, somebody put in a question about the Chunky Monkey recipe on page 23 in your manual. And if you look at the ingredients in here, you'll notice that some of them are not, they're not strict ingredients, meaning, there's one medium banana that could be 5 ounces, could be 3.5 ounces. Also, I say 1 cup of milk. That could be 2% milk or skim milk, or it could be almond milk. I wrote almond milk in there as one option. PB2 peanut butter. Again, this was in tablespoons, not in grams, so it's not super accurate. Same with your protein powder. Point is with this recipe is you can change it how you want. Now, I'll give you the recipe strictly here. I'll give you an option for the recipe. And you'll quickly see that this is going to be way too many calories probably for you. This would be more for a bigger person. But you could easily cut this in half. All right, so let's just go through the macros here. Well, actually, let's go through what I chose for exact ingredients. So 150 grams of Greek yogurt, that's in here. The 1 medium banana, I chose 4 ounces. So 4 ounces of banana. I chose 1 cup of 2% organic milk. That's what I currently use right now in my shakes. That's going to be a little bit higher in calories, so just keep that in mind. You could use almond milk. 3 squares of 70% dark chocolate. Again, this is not very specific. So 30 grams specifically, 30 grams. Those, if you buy the 70% Lind dark chocolate, those squares are about 10 grams. They're broken into little squares. They're about 10 grams each. So I chose 30 grams. And then the 3 tablespoons of PB, peanut butter, 45 grams. So about 15 grams per scoop. Okay, so 45 grams total. And then the 1 scoop of chocolate Magnum Quattro, 40 grams. All right, so your total macros for this end up being 71 grams of carbs, 24 grams of fat, 81 grams of protein. So if you want to use that exact recipe, I would say for most of you, cut all those ingredients in half. All right, but you could just as well, like I said, you could use almond milk. You could go a little bit less Greek yogurt. You could go a little more Greek yogurt. You could add in more banana or less. Something else that would be good in here would be some honey. It's not listed. You could go a little more, a little less protein powder. It just depends on what you want. If you want more chocolate in it, or you want more banana, or maybe you want it a little thicker, so you're going to go with a little bit less milk. The point of me giving you this was for you to have an idea of what things mix together well for a good flavored smoothie. Now, obviously, the ingredients are going to matter, but again, depending on what you want to emphasize in the shake, you can play around with your ingredients. You can also play around with the macros depending on what you want, whether you want more protein or carbohydrates, right? So if you wanted more carbohydrates, you could add in more banana, let's say. If you wanted, more protein, obviously we could go with the Greek yogurt or the protein powder. If you wanted to cut down on the fat, let's just say, you could add in less of the chocolate, the chocolate, the primary source of fat, and this would be the dark chocolate. Okay, so anyways, you guys can have fun with that. If you want, I can post up. I'll post up the exact ingredients for this, the exact amounts of the ingredients for this in Slack, so you can see it, and then maybe I'll actually cut it in half, so you could try it exactly as stated. Okay, all right. Question. Somebody has asked the following. If I am still hungry after waiting after eating. Okay, so this is good, obviously. You want to wait a little bit after you eat. Am I missing something? Yeah, you're missing more food. You just didn't have enough food. I had a very poor sleep, which doesn't help my energy levels. So a couple things that will, so let's just put the food aside for a second. A couple things that will help you if you don't sleep well. One, have more carbohydrates towards bed. Don't eat them right before bed, but maybe eat them an hour and a half before bed. Have more carbs before bed, because that will help to release serotonin. This is going to help to relax you. The other thing that's going to help you too is to get a very good bioavailable form of magnesium. This will help to relax you. The product that I have, the Yin Reserve, this is very, very good for helping you to relax, helping you get a deeper sleep. Hunger can be caused by many things. Sometimes it's just volume. So for example, you could eat less calories but more volume just simply by eating, let's say, some vegetables, or even drinking some water. This will, kill your hunger. But you could save up more food for the evening. All right, so I'm not sure what's going on here if you're eating the majority of your food earlier in the day, which is generally what I would recommend, because you don't want to eat a lot of food before you go to bed. However, if this hunger is keeping you up, then maybe have or consider having more carbohydrates at night. Okay, save your carbohydrates, save more of your carbohydrates for later in the evening. Have more fat and protein earlier in the day. I know this is not what I suggested. I suggested try to break it up evenly throughout the day. But if, in this case, if you want a little more energy in the day, focus on fat and protein earlier in the day. You want to feel a little more relaxed and low key at night, introduce carbohydrates, okay? All right, let's get to the message of the day. Hopefully that helps. Let me know if I'm missing something. Okay, so listen, this is a really, really important topic that I have not touched upon yet, and so I figure I should raise it at this point here. And well, let me just give you the message of the day. Taking care of yourself is an essential part of taking care of others. Taking care of yourself is an essential part of taking care of others. And I bring this up because I've had people before in the past in the challenge saying, listen, I'm really putting focus to myself. I'm improving my life, but I feel guilty because I feel like I'm giving myself too much attention. And I want to remind you that when you have to care for yourself before you care for others. You have to. You can't, care for others very well if you're not happy in your own state. If you're not satisfied in your own state, if you want more of your own state. It is okay for you to put some time and energy into yourself. I'm not saying 100%. I'm not saying use all your time and energy and just be completely selfish, but to put in a certain amount, 30% of your time or whatever, into yourself. This is okay. This is totally fine. And I guarantee you, when you do this, you will be able to, if you can better take care of yourself, you'll be better at taking care of others. At least I firmly believe this. Okay? Positive energy, positive vibes, believe in yourself, for the love of God, give some gratitude, and I'll talk to you all tomorrow.